cars?
Yeah. Woo!
For real.
For real.
For real.
Everybody ready? Yeah. All right, we're gonna have a little fun today. We got Andy here. Does everybody know Andy?
Hi, Andy.
I met most everybody yet.
Most everybody went through the training? Okay. We're gonna do a little exercise, right?
You ready?
So, how many people do we need?
I think 5 or 6. I got 6 objections here I wrote on this piece of paper.
Okay.
So we can actually, you know what I can do? I can get up here, read the objection. You can call it out. Who wants to overcome it? You okay with that?
Who's in? Who wants to make a little bit of money?
Only 2? Want to make some
Who
money?
wants to make some money?
Come on, man. Who wants to
Come on!
Guys, who wants to make some
We
money?
need some back. Hey,
Get loud,
we need some back row participation. Back row participation.
Jeez, you need
Come on,
to
Tim,
get
bro.
up. Everybody get up there. Everybody get up here on the corner. If you're not in the back wall, stand up here. Hey, let me ask you. Hey guys, let me ask you a question. How many of you guys are going to go out front and take it up today? Everybody right here, right?
Every single person.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Are any of you scared right now? Does anybody have fear in them right now? Okay, who wants to make some money? That's what I asked. Woo!
Come on.
When I read out these overcoming objections, I want to tell you this. You know what success is about? It's about failing. So even if you don't know how to do it and you don't get up here, guess what? It shows me that you don't want to get better. You don't want a piece of success. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
Remember that when I read them out. Okay, we ready?
We're ready.
All right. Customer comes in, right? They drive a car, they love it, everything's great. You've been awesome. They're like, hey, I love you. You've been great. We appreciate you. But I need to think about it. Who's got it? Whoever's got it, come up here and let's knock it out. Look, all these guys right here, these managers, they're going to be your customer. Guess what? If you guys like it, we'll say, cool, we'll go to the next. If you don't like it, we'll call another. Is that all right?
Sit down.
Hey, and management's welcome to chime in. If management wants to jump in and knock it out, they're welcome to. All right, I need to think about it.
Okay. You know, I understand how you don't want to think about it. Obviously, it's going to be a pretty big purchase and whatnot. Why don't you let me give you a 5-minute proposal so you have all the numbers to really think about. So when you go home, you'll be able to open that up with your wife and really go through all the numbers.
Okay, I like it. Anybody want to top this? Listen, when a customer says they want to think about it, the deal is you always agree with them, number one. Am I right or wrong? Right. Guys, of course you need to think about it. Right? I guess what happened? Does the wall come up? No, he tells me he needs to think about it. I say, guys, of course you need to think about it. I haven't given you enough information not to think about it. What I like to do is show you a 5-minute proposal of all the figures. That way, at least when you go home and you're sitting at the kitchen table with your family, you truly have all the numbers to think about. Would that be fair? Would you mind if I did that for you? How many of these people do you think would be sitting on the showroom floor then, right? That's what it's about. You did a good job, man. Okay, let's go round 2. I'm hoping to see someone else. All right, so guy comes in, he says, hey, I have 3 more cars that I'm looking at on my list. This was my first stop. How many times do we hear that? All right, bring it on. I have 3 more cars I'm looking at. This is my first stop. Hey, and you don't have to sit down. You can stand up. If you feel more comfortable, listen, raise your voice up a little bit so everybody can hear you.
Okay.
Cool. 3 more places to go. First stop.
3 more places you're going? Awesome, man. Love to see that. But here's the deal. Have you ever shopped with us before at Seth Wadley? I mean, we have lifetime oil changes. I'm going to give you 51% of the value. I have any oil change you need. We're going to get it done for free. Lifetime engines. Here, let me go show you my service drive real quick, too. Show you, I got big old windows, gonna show your truck getting done, everything. So what can I, do to earn your business today?
But what does that have to do with the other 2 cars I'm looking at?
I mean, are we comparing apples to oranges? What exactly are
Yeah,
you?
sure, they're just nice cars, just like yours. Similar price point. I just want to look at them all to decide which one is the best one for me and my family.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you all the information, cut time out of the equation, and give you all of it so that you can make the best educated decision.
Okay, somebody want to come around him and try a different one? Look, I love it. First of all, number one, it takes courage to get up here. Am I right?
Yeah.
So I want to see more courage. I'm going to tell you this. If you have fear, even if what you say won't work, if you come up here, what happens? You grow. And that's what life's about. You want to go to the top? You're not going to go to the top by staying where you're at. Get uncomfortable, okay? Someone else, bring it up. Hey, good job. Listen, hey, good job.
Great job, guys.
I want someone to knock this out. I want whenever somebody comes in here today and they say, hey, I've got a few more to look at, I want us all to know what to say and I want us all to remember this. What do we say? I got a few more to look at.
In context, new or used?
Used.
Okay, used vehicle. Are they similar vehicles, same make model?
Yeah, same 17 over F-150, 50,000 miles. There's a couple in the city. I live around here. I'm just gonna drive in there and peek them out real quick, and you know what I'm saying? I'll come back.
I completely understand. You love mine, right?
I love it. It's great.
Drives great.
Yeah.
It's the right color.
Oh yeah, everything's great.
You're obviously in the right place.
Yes, I just got a list of things that I never buy at the first place I'm at.
Okay, I completely understand. Did you know that on national average, consumers today visit only 1.2 dealerships versus 5 dealerships 15 years ago? So, coming to the first place and buying at the first place, by no means, Mr. Customer, are you making a mistake. I just want to make sure that you have all the right information on this vehicle. Was it price that you were really
I think it's
considering?
fair. I haven't even got into that yet. I like it a lot, but I just never really buy it the first place I'm at. There's a few more I put on the list. I wrote them down last night, so I just want to check them out.
Yeah, I completely understand. Just so you know, if there's anything I can do today.
Okay,
Make
stop.
sure that-
Hold on. Are we desperate ever?
Nope.
Don't go there. You don't have to. Listen, I
Let
want
me
to
go
say.
there, let me go there.
Okay, go.
So-
Pick it back up.
While you're looking at other vehicles, of course, I can tell you that you won't get the same experience elsewhere. If you're looking for initial purchase price, it may be cheaper up in the city. I'm not always gonna be the cheapest on price. If you're looking for the cheapest price today, that's not gonna be the case. Will your cost of ownership be fixed on that 27 F-150? And will you in turn pay less for it while owning it for the next 5 years? Yes.
Okay, so hold on. I'm going to stop real quick, okay? And first of all, you're doing a good job, okay? I know it's a little bit nerve-wracking to get up here. You can go down there later and you're like, that wasn't what I wanted to say. What I wanted to say was this. All right, listen. I'm going to tell you this. Is that a buying question? Look, I love your truck. Everything's great on it, but I got 3 more I want to look at. When they say they love your truck, here's one question. Brandon talked about it in the meeting. Have we earned the right to ask for their business, yes or no? Have you? The only person that can answer that is the salesman that's working with that customer, right? You've done a great job with me, right? You're the one that sold me on that truck, right? Now at the end, and I tell you, I got 2 more I want to go look at. Have you earned the right to ask for my business? Am I right or wrong?
Right.
Well, why don't you ask him, sir, have I earned the right to ask for your business? Have I earned the right?
Yeah.
I have?
Yeah.
Then what I'd like to do is this. Okay, now I just want to say this. Can you say free? Say it for me, free.
Free.
Can you say lifetime warranty on the engine? Say it for me.
Lifetime warranty on the engine.
Say won't get it anywhere else.
I won't get it in the city.
Let me now show you a 5-minute proposal why so many people here buy when they have other to look at, because they understand that the money that you spend today isn't the real money you spend. The money you save over the whole lifetime that you own the vehicle, right, is why we're number 1 and we're doing the business best, because we understand that we have to be high in all the important areas that are critical to you and your family. We, right, are number 1 in all the areas, not just the best in the price, and it's not just about today, okay? Let's sit down, I'm gonna take it to paper, and in 5 minutes, I'm gonna show you a proposal, right? That at least you have all the figures, so when you go to the other places, you truly have something to think about to compare it with. But not on top of that, I want to share with you why we're different is because that truck's got 58,000 miles. How much warranty is left on it?
Not very much, sir.
Nothing. When you drive out of here, right, do you know that you have engines for life? How much is that worth to you?
That's a lot.
Are you going to get that in the city?
No.
How much is it worth to you? Listen, what's your trade cycle like? How long did you keep the car that you drove up in? Did you keep it 2-3 years?
5.
Let me ask you this, if you kept it 5 years, would you keep it 10 if you knew that if the engine ever went out, you could keep driving it, it was paid for free? Would you keep driving it? So you get to extend your trade cycle with the one you're buying. Can you do that with the ones in the city?
No.
No, guys, it's our job, right, to give them reasons and excuses why they should buy now. When people say they have a few more to look at, all they're trying to do is get away from you. That's it. Would everybody agree? Don't let them get away. And I want to share with you, why are we different? Because Seth offers things that are different than everyone else. We have to bring that to the table, and sometimes we say that lightly, and I don't think that we get it across to our customers what that really means. Okay? So why did I say, hey, say free?
Free.
Say warranty. Say engine. Say 250,000 miles, engine goes out, it's paid for free. Say that for me. Because I don't think you really understand it. Because the deal is it's not out there anywhere else. You've never had it before. And unless you're a previous customer and you've bought here, guess what? You don't know what that means. Am I right or wrong? Don't assume. The first 3 letters in assume is ass. You make an ass out of yourself when you assume that these people know how great this place is. We have to tell it to them. Does that make sense?
Hey, can I add something to that?
Yeah.
Got another thing for that too. Guys, is your time valuable to you? Any of you? Absolutely it is, right? How many people do you think enjoy going car shopping? Honestly, how many people do?
Zero.
So, same thing. right? I got 3 more months. Let me ask you something. Is your time valuable to you? Well, absolutely it is. They're not gonna go, no, man, I'm cheap. Yeah, it's valuable to them, right?
I love it.
So let me save you
Write
the
that
time,
down.
guys. I mean, I can save you the time. Where are you gonna go look at these other 2? Well, I'm gonna go look at this one here, this one here. You agree that everything on my truck's perfect, right? Yeah. Okay, well, let's compare them real quick. I'll pull them up right now and we'll look at them. Right? Your time's valuable, correct? Right? Let me save you the time. You're not gonna enjoy going car shopping. Nobody does. Top 3 hated professions, what are they? Dentist, lawyer, and a car salesman.
Until you need one.
Right? Right? But and your time is valuable, correct? They're not gonna tell you that. That's just like saying, hey, stand up, I'll give you 100. They're not gonna go, man, I'm comfortable, I'm gonna stay sitting. They're gonna stand the fuck up, I promise you.
Hey, does everybody get it, what he's saying? I mean, are you really embedding this in on your heart? I'm gonna tell you, this is a lot of stuff that management don't tell you, and you just have to go and keep winging it. You guys don't have to wing it anymore. Here's the test, here's the answers to the test. We're giving it to you. Okay? And you guys should be writing this shit down. When you guys come in, anytime that you hear somebody say something and you like what they say, you need to be writing it down. Am I right? Yes, sir. Just remember that for the rest of your life. If you don't be surprised when the guy next to you is 10 steps further than you in a year from now because you didn't listen to that one little simple deal. Okay? All right, next. Cool. That was awesome.
Great job, Bobby.
All right, cool. So let's take this white F-150 outside. Guys, it doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter. That black F-150. Doesn't matter. I'm just pointing at it so everybody can just envision that truck in their head. I get out, I pull up, I walk up. What's the price? That's a very simple question, right? Come on, what's the price? Somebody come up here.
Between high and ridiculous, you already know. I mean, sorry.
Oh, cool. I like that. I love being funny.
Break it out.
But for real, what's the price?
It doesn't come with a washer and dryer.
A couple million.
There's one thing in your training class, you know what I'm saying, you said that you're either gonna be a closer or you can basically admit up to what you do wrong. And me personally, I don't consider myself as a closer, you know, and that's just honesty. And there's a lot that I look around and I talk to everybody that I'm actually learning from every single person in this building. You know, even when I go back there and talk to people from service, you know what I'm saying, just saying what's up. So like, as far as the price on the truck, man, I don't know. And like, the other thing is that I can sell them on the self-quality promise. Just that.
But do you know the price on the truck?
I don't.
No, I mean, that's what it's about. And I love everything you're saying, but do you know the price on the truck?
I don't.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't.
What do we do? Am I right? Is this something that happens all the time?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to tell you this, okay? What do customers look for nowadays? Competence. Competence, right? Who wants to deal with an incompetent salesman?
They look for people.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Shit, nobody, man. I mean, look, dude, if you walked up and you walked into a refrigerator store and you saw a person there and you're like, hey, you work here? Yeah, you sell refrigerators? Yeah. What's the price on this refrigerator? I don't know. You think you want to deal with them anymore?
All right.
Guys, your words are either taking you backwards or they're advancing you forwards. Would you agree?
Yes, sir.
Your customer experience, the way your customer feels about you, is crucial. I want you to think about this. The reason why we're talking about this in the sales meeting is so you guys don't trip up. You guys don't stutter out there when someone asks you an easy question. How many times do we screw up on an easy question? Remember we talked about earlier, like player development, getting better, easy questions making us look stupid, right? All right, cool. You're cool. Go ahead and go down. You're cool. Let's see if somebody
Have
else
you
wants to
driven
come
the
up.
truck? Or just
Right.
seen it on-
Exactly
Okay,
right.
hold on. Here we go. No, I haven't driven it. I just got out of my car.
Well, yeah, come on, you wanna come up again?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want you guys to think about it. Listen,
So he
guys.
hasn't driven the truck
Dumb
since.
it
Jordan.
down. You guys, and the reason why I'm talking about this stuff is because honestly, if we don't talk about it right now, you're gonna have a guy, he's gonna pull up in that white truck, and he's gonna walk up to this black one, and you're gonna go outside and you're gonna be like, hey man, how you doing? I'm having a great day, you're having a great day, great to see your family. He's like, awesome man, what's the price on this? And
I'd start laughing with them sometimes. Be like, man, if I can memorize all these, I'll be working for Bill Gates. I have no problem.
That's
getting
an
your price.
answer.
Like,
That's-
I have no idea, but I have no problem getting you the price. There's plenty of things that come to the price of this vehicle. You know, rebates, so on and so forth, whatever it is.
yeah, prices
Just
change
ad
every
lib as
day.
you go, and then they're not going to feel bad. Say, I don't have a problem getting you a price. What is it about the truck that you like? Oh, I like the lift kit. I like the wheels and tires. Yeah.
The easiest thing in the world on that, right? Hey, I want the price. Well, here, guys, let me ask you something. Have you driven the vehicle? No. You haven't driven it? So let me ask you something. If it was $20 and it ran like, you're not gonna buy it either way. You're not gonna buy it if you don't like the truck. So if it was $10 or $10,000, you gotta like the vehicle. You gotta make sure it runs right, drives right, correct? And then I'll get you the price. There's no problem with that. Guys, the hardest part's finding the one you love. The easiest part's getting the money right, I promise you.
See, do you guys see how confident he is when he says that? Listen, is that his answer?
Yeah.
You know why that answer will work?
Because he believes in it.
Conviction.
That's it. Look,
Whatever you decide to say, if you believe in it.
100% in, your customers will believe you, and you roll on. You keep moving. They don't stop. Hey, what is it, man? You gotta touch it, feel it, smell it, make sure you love it. I can't memorize the prices on all these, but let's go check it out. Test drive don't cost you nothing. Take us 5 minutes when we get back. Instead of getting you the price, I know our GM discounted the inventory $50,000, right, with advertising money. Instead of getting you the price, I'll get you the new discounted price. Would that be fair? You don't hate saving money, do you? No? Okay, let's check it out. Guess what? Give me a second. I got an idea. Boom, go grab the keys. Whatever it is.
My manager was on the phone. I got the keys. I see that show all the
Yeah,
time.
sorry, I couldn't get the, he was on the phone with the bank. I tried to get the price. Hell, it just came in last night. I didn't even know it was out here. Here's my point to you. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is that you say, be 100% in. If you're 100% in, you'll roll right through it and it's no big deal. But if you're 85% in, remember I say this, they'll cling on to the 15% uncertainty that you have and they can smell it on you. Why are you flinching? Why you get nervous on me, man? Guess what? And now they're out. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
That's it. 15% uncertainty. Smoke a customer right out the door on something stupid. How many car deals do we miss over just doing stupid stuff? It's not about what we should do more of, it's about what we should avoid and stop doing. Am I right? Okay. We're done with that one. Do you want to say something real quick?
No, I mean, that was, you guys
You just want to come up here and sit in the chair.
Well, yeah, I was looking over the script, and you guys kind of like,
Good job, Levi.
Listen, man, someone else get up here in a second. And listen, when I say this, and I mean this, it's just something you have tattooed on your heart to be able to say and keep moving on. That's it. There's no right or wrong answer. Every one of these managers right here, I promise you, and every one of you salesmen, if you're a high achiever, you all say something similar but completely different. If that makes sense, right? Brandon, when a guy says on the phone, hey, I'm not coming in, me and you are going to say 2 completely different things, but it's going to have the same end result. Okay?
And we've all failed, just like you.
Yeah. And if he
Plenty
tells
of
you,
time.
man, he ain't coming, guess what? If you
Plenty
gave
of
it
time,
your
we've
all,
all
man,
messed up.
and you've studied it and practiced it,
He ain't lying, guys. The biggest one I ever had was a guy wanting to add a hitch to a truck when I was first in sales. Hey, can I add that? And I locked smooth up. I gotta ask the manager. Dude, I'll never forget that day. I promise you. I locked up over putting a hitch on a pickup truck.
and you laugh about it. You can learn from this stuff right now, man. It's about what to avoid. Everything isn't always about the next new close. It's about how to stop doing stupid shit. Right? Okay, so here's the deal. Let's see. Okay, so let's go to inside objections for a second, okay? Those were outside. Those were simple lot objections. But you see how much we really don't know? But honestly, like, how simple it really is, right? And when we learn these little things each week, guess what? We elevate the game. We elevate the customer experience. And guess what happens? Our closing ratio goes from 50% where it's at now, which is nation fucking wide crazy, to now, maybe go to 100%, man. Because if they're here, I mean, they ain't just like cruising around in the city, you know what I'm saying, wasting daylight. I mean, they're here because they want to buy something. That's the beautiful thing about this place. All right, cool. So, customer, they come inside, right? They sit down. You said, hey, do you guys love the vehicle? They're like, yeah, I love it. Cool, awesome, man. You have I earned the right to ask for your business? Yeah. Guess what? You come inside and the guy stops the deal, puts his hand out and said, I'm not doing anything until I know what I'm getting for my trade-in. Anybody been there?
Yeah.
Okay, listen, let's talk about some rare shit that locks people up. God says, I'm not doing nothing until I know what I'm getting for my trade-in. Let's go.
Mario, get your ass up here.
Yeah, come on, Nick.
Come on, man. Listen, guys, think about it. You
There
haven't
we
had
go.
that happen?
Yeah, I have.
You know what to say? Come on, man. If you know it,
Come on up,
this is
Dina.
simple.
Dina, you come up too.
Oh, you can do it. Hey, come on.
Yeah, get your ass up here.
Listen, this is quick. It's not that long of a deal. It's just simple. Like, hey, look, basically, look, I put my hand down and I said, look, I'm not going any farther until I know what I'm getting on my trade. That's it.
I don't even know, because usually I go and try to find out what they do with their trade.
Okay, let's go next. Come on. Come on.
You got it, Dina?
We'll get you out of here.
Good job, Nick.
Hey. Hey.
Okay, so they're working on that right now. I mean, are you expecting a certain amount for it? What were you thinking?
Yeah, I just want to know what I'm getting for my trade before I move forward.
Okay. Are you trying to be at a certain payment or a certain dollar amount so you know what you're financing? Is that what the big issue is?
No, I don't know that it's that. I just want to kind of slow down for a minute, find out what you're appraising for my vehicle before I really do anything.
Sure, I totally understand that.
Okay, stop. I want you to, no, and listen, hey, and I get it. Do you see how the little things lock us up? Would you agree that this shit that's not talked about is the reason why we're missing the car deals out there, but we got live people on the showroom floor? First of all, what is a buying question?
Do you like the vehicle?
No. What does a buying question sound like from a customer?
So if I can give you the right, well.
What am I getting?
much am I-
How about this?
what
What
am
am
I
I?
getting?
What am I getting for my trade-in before I do anything? That's a fucking buying question.
Yeah.
Would everybody
So it
agree?
sounds like I'm gonna get you what you want for it, you're gonna do business today.
Yeah,
Absolutely, where's your trade? Let's go look at it.
Don't
Slow it
get-
down, hey.
That's it. Don't confuse.
Oh, great.
You know
What's-
why? Yeah. Listen. You know why I put that out there? Because so many people, we start sounding and saying things that don't make sense. Do you guys understand this? That I've heard people say, "Hey, listen, watch this. So that payment's too high. Okay, well I can extend it. Who wants to be extended? How about I can help you with your payment? What sounds better? We want to be extended?
That's also the perfect opportunity. Hey, I'm not going any farther for my trade. Well, great, guys, let's turn around and go back out. I'm gonna walk around it with you.
Yeah, let's go look at it.
Right.
And then I'm gonna come back in, I'm gonna get you the most accurate numbers that I possibly can.
Yeah. Dude,
Well, I assume I had already done all that at this point.
no, we just said that, look, man, the guy came in and he stops and says, hey, I'm not buying, okay, until I know what I'm getting for my trade. Listen, it happens all the time, and the fact is when it happens next, you're gonna say, dude, well, number one, that's my favorite question when someone says, what am I getting for my trade-in? And number two, this is like my favorite spot to be in. Number one, we haven't been in business, right, for this many years by not giving top dollar on trades, right, would you agree? And then number two, what is it? This ain't a museum. We don't buy these cars to keep them. We buy them to sell them, dude. There's two great things happening right now. I got you. So let's do this. Let me get some information on your car. We're going to pass go. And if I can show you a deal in the end with enough for your trade, you'd be happy to buy. Am I right or wrong? Cool. Let's do it. Let's keep going, baby. We're not going to slow down. It's your job at that point to pick the energy up.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Guys, these are, you know why I didn't pick some crazy hard shit? Because honestly, this is just like the basic 101 dealership stupid shit that happens all the time, right? And I'm telling you, I want you guys to slow down and think about this stuff because guess what? Your competition that's asleep at the wheel across the street, all these other stores, they're choking on this stuff right now. They're sounding like idiots. And guess what? Your customers are coming in here, and man, you're nice and smooth. When you hear it, you're like, oh man, this is no big deal. Guess what? Don't lose your cool. Right? Isn't that the number one deal? Don't lose your cool. And even if you mess up, you think your customers know you mess up? You think they know what it is that you're going to do? They don't know. Keep going. Level up on the energy, right? Because I'm going to tell you this, a lot of times when I mess up, I just raise my energy up and keep pushing through it, like through a wall. Okay? So I'm just telling you guys, I want you to think about that because today this is going to happen. One of these things are going to happen to each one of you today. And when it does, you're going to think like, man, we just went over this in the meeting. This is easy. And you'll be on your own and you'll do it. But you'll have it set on your mind, and like I said, if you remember it, you'll tattoo it on your heart, and you'll never have these stupid little issues again. It'll help you sell another 5 or 6 a month. All right, so let's do I'll get back with you, okay? Guys sitting in the office. Now, closers normally go in, close a deal at the end, right? But let's see if there's any salesmen here, right, that can level up for a second. And think about this. You guys all take pencils out, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, you take proposals out to customers. Right, you hand it across the desk, you're working a deal, I'm working a deal with Bentley, right, I go over the price, the trade, the term, the down payment, I go over everything with him, and the guy's like, okay, we're going back and forth, and the guy says, hey, you know what, I'll get back with you. How many times you guys heard a customer get locked up like that? Yeah. Has that happened? Mm-hmm. Okay, what do we do?
The wall.
You guys
There he is.
Oh, well, this is a kind of classic saying around here, but normally I kind of take a pause, like, hey, is there an issue with the vehicle, the price, or is it me? If I didn't do something right, or if you prefer to work with somebody else, I mean, I can get somebody for you.
No, you've been wonderful. I just really think we need to think about it and get back with you.
And then I try to go on the other two. I guess, is something wrong with the vehicle?
Okay, good.
Do we need to find something else? Is it just not the right one? Or, you know, is the money the issue?
Okay, go ahead.
So you have to go home and sleep on it, is what you're saying?
Yeah, we just kind of want to get back with you on it.
Well, I'm not selling a bed. I'm selling you a truck, man. So let's cut time out of the equation. What do I have to do to earn your business, you know? I'd love to see what I could do, show you my dealership, make you a customer. I want to, you know, I'm not here to sell you a truck. I'm here to help you buy one. So what do I have to do?
That's good. Listen, hey, that's it. Listen, all I want you to see, all I want you to see is that little deal right there that says, I'll get back with you. You know what that is? That's an escape goat, right? for a problem. Am I right? There's a problem with the deal, so the customer is leaving.
And they're
That's
embarrassed
it.
to tell you the problems, they may like you too much.
Exactly. No, exactly. Dude, listen, I'm going to tell you this. If you can't uncover the problem, can you solve it?
No.
No, someone tell me that they can handle and overcome, right? I'll get back with you. I can't do it. It's fucking impossible. I don't even know what that means. I'll get back with you about what? You know what I'm saying? They're not going to get back with you.
No.
Look, the honesty of it is that everybody that tells you they're going to get back with you, you're never going to see again. Am I right, Raymond? They're not coming back.
Best
So-
closers are problem solvers.
Exactly. That's exactly what I wanted to bring up. That listen, something's wrong with the deal. Okay? What you need to do is be able to circle back around into the deal, right? Without using a tactic that you've used before, you've got to use a new one. You've got to hold something in your skill set, right, that's kind of saved for that little special rainy day. And I like what he said. Hey, is it me? You know, is it the deal? Right? What is it, guys? Be honest with me. Look, and I love to say this word. At the end of the deal, listen, you have to take pressure off somebody sometimes. Would everybody agree? Anybody that's a good closer will know how to remove pressure for a moment so the customer can have honesty. Right? Does that make sense? You know why customers lie to us a lot of times? Because we force them to lie. I'm going to tell you, we make them lie to us. Is there something wrong with the deal? Yeah, they're saying they need to go home and think about it. They aren't going home to think about it. They just don't want to tell you what's wrong with it. He was exactly right. So what do? We have to be able to unsurface it, right? So how do you do that? You do that by saving something special for that deal. Hey guys, listen, watch how I take the pressure off. Look, we've been together a long time, right? Would everybody agree? Okay. You guys got a great family. You're awesome. I think you're amazing to deal with. I'm going to tell you probably, and watch this compliment, you're some of the best customers I've ever dealt with in my life. Why don't you run that one out to them real fast? And then next, you're going to say this, which is real simple. Hey, do you mind if I be direct with you? Would that be okay? I mean, we don't spend a lot of time together, right? I mean, it's 2020. Do you mind if I be direct? Are you guys like just being really polite because you guys are great people and you're rejecting me and like you're not wanting to reject me and like you're not interested in the deal? Or is there something wrong with it? Like, let's just assume you're not going to buy the vehicle from me, right? Like, let's just take it off your hands for a minute. Let's assume you're not going to buy. What's the real problem? Would you at least tell me, assuming you're not going to buy, would you let me know what it is? And guess what happens? Since I said, assuming you're not going to buy, then they say, oh, you know what? And he's already okay with us not buying. So I might as well go ahead and lay it out and shoot him straight, tell him the truth. And now when they say, it's this, I'll say, you know what? Guys, let's bottom line this deal. First of all, A, we have a great relationship. B, obviously you just told me that it's what? The price, the trade, the term, the payment, whatever it is. Let's bottom line this deal. What would it take for you and I to do business right now with that monthly payment? We're going to make this work. And then you can go back to what he said. How much is your time worth to you? You know what I'm saying? I mean, honestly, it's not cheap, is it? No, it's probably valuable. So you love the truck. I'm here, you're here, the car's here. We're this far into the deal, right? I mean, you're already there. The bottom line is you have to unsurface the problem, okay? And like Bentley said, what great salesmen, great closers, any business people are, is they're problem solvers. Nobody sells anything without solving a problem, okay? So some of this stuff, it may seem a little bit deep, but it ain't deep. It's actually pretty simple. There's a problem, and you can't overcome something that you don't understand. So, has anybody got anything?
Man, I'll tell you one thing, and I know this sounds crazy, but you guys have all heard me do it before. And how many of you guys have seen 8 Mile? I know some. Right?
Well,
Yeah.
Do you remember the end when he just obliterates them?
Yeah.
Because he says everything that he knows that he can say, and he couldn't even spit a word, right? So that's how I go into deals a lot of times. I'll walk in there and go, hey guys, man, I know you've heard this. You've probably heard guys come in and go, hey, I mean, how's your friends gonna like it sitting in the driveway? Or what are people gonna think, or this or that, right? And you'll get these people going, oh, he's not trying those closes, but really mentally you are doing those closes. You're getting it in their head.
I love it.
Right? You're getting all that stuff in their head. I mean, how many times have you had guys that want prices on 2 cars and I go in there and go, hey, I know typically people come in and go, hey, if they were free, which one would you take, right? I'm not trying that close, but I mean, if they were, I mean,
What are you gonna do?
what do they always do?
So I want this one. Yeah.
They always pick one. They're gonna pick the one they want the most, right?
Reverse psychology. Works.
So when you get in there, have that mindset. I'm gonna tell them every single thing that they've already got in their head about car salesmen, what we're gonna do, how they're gonna feel, and I'm gonna make it total opposite. Right? It works every single time, I promise you.
That's people knowledge.
Always be listening too. Try to talk less, listen more.
Yeah, 100%. That'll work for you. And if you ain't seen it, go watch that scene. It's epic. It really is.
8 Mile Netflix weekend.
Yeah,
I
I'm
love
telling
it.
you, man. It's epic.
Okay, I got one last one and I'm done. And then we start jamming. This last one is pretty simple. The reason I want to say this for last, because this has to do with on the lot, has to do with off the lot, this has to do with everything full blown and what this store is built on. Okay, let's say right here, guy's sitting inside, right? Okay? And now look, you can say that black F-150, it's 100 grand, doesn't matter, it's $20,000. Guy says the price is too high. I want you to think about this, right? Guy's sitting right here, he's sitting on our deal, you put out a proposal, you got a payment, you got a price. Guy says, man, I think the price is too high. It's the first thing. I don't need anybody to write anything down because you can say it in your head. That's it, that's the last one. Who's got it? For real?
Why is the price too high?
I just think it's too high.
Jordan.
I honestly just think it's too high.
I truly understand that because like financing the car is like actually financing the home, same steps. So what way do you feel that I can argue business on that particular vehicle?
Okay, so hold up. So watch this. Guys, when a guy says the price is too high, do we have two types of people? One has a motive and the other doesn't, right? Don't you guys have some people that actually like say the price is too high because they're just probing for a better deal? They really don't have a reason, right? They're like just trying you on, right? And then you got the guy across the street that he saw one $1,500 down the road, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I saw one down at ABC Motors, it's $1,500 less, right? That's why, okay? What do you say to a guy? What do you say to a guy that's saying the price is too high that doesn't have a motive? Listen, he hasn't seen one $1,500 less. He's just trying you on. Hey, Brandon, it's 18 grand. Listen, I said I think it's too high. Why do you think it's too high? I just think it's too high. Do we have this guy? Does he visit our store?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we do. You know why? Because salesmen have been so weak in the past to be able to handle this. You know what happens? They can keep serving that to salesmen, and salesmen dance around in their chair and they just keep coming down. Okay? What do we say? I don't want to talk. Listen, everybody knows the Seth Wadley guarantee, okay? Look, remember I always talk about the purchase price versus the ownership price, right? Purchase price you pay today, ownership price is the price you pay in the end. If money's your real concern, which is the real money you're spending, right? Everybody knows how to handle that deal, or you will train on it. But what do you say to the guy that's just probing for a better deal? Anybody? Right? I just want you to think about it. Bentley knows this one, right? I taught this one to Bentley when he was just, back 2012, I watched him go in and talk to a customer. You know what I'm saying? Hell, Bentley's making $5 grand a month, went straight to 20 grand a month. I watched him walk in. I remember there was an older couple, there was that old lady. He walked in, I remember everything, so we was kind of like, where's so many? Just on Chevrolet Sand Springs, Bentley walks in.
2012.
This lady says, hey, the price is too high. And guess what happens? She didn't have a reason why she thought the price was too high. She didn't see one cheaper down the road. I'm in the next cubicle. I'm a deal watcher. So if you guys want to get really good really fast, what are you going to do? Every time Bam goes in for a close, Scott, anytime somebody goes in, he goes in for a close, you do. Hell, Brandon, Bentley. Dude, I'm right here. I'm like, acting like I'm on my phone. I'm just listening. Why? Because I want to get better. Do you guys want to elevate your game and get better? Yeah. He's going to close that customer. Do you want to know how he did it? Or you just standing back trying to make money and you're going to have to go get him every single time. Am I right? You guys got to start getting next to these closes and listening. That's how it works. But I'm standing next to Bentley and Bentley says, or this lady says, hey, I think the price is too high. And Bentley said, man, you know, when you say the price is too high, would you mind being more specific why you think it's too high? And this lady says to Bentley, she said, I just think it's too high. I thought, oh shit, she's probing for a better deal. Here we go. Bentley says, I apologize. This is completely my fault. See, I didn't explain our pricing policy to you up front. You see, we've learned that 90% of our customers, they want to get the best price up front. And then the other 10%, they still want to negotiate and haggle. Unfortunately, we find it disrespectful and untrustworthy. You see, we're looking for a further relationship than just today. Mr. and Mrs. Customer, if I was to mark that car up $3,000 and bring it back $3,000, even though you thought you won, would that be trustworthy? No. Have I offended you and your family in any way?
You gotta lean in real close.
I
apologize to him.
Have I offended you in any way by giving you my best price up front? She said, hello, you haven't offended me. And Bentley goes, thank goodness. Boom, handshake. He said, if you'll sign right here, I apologize, forgot to ask you, when do you want to set your first payment due? Towards the beginning of the beginning of the month, middle of the month, what's going to work best for you and your family? She said, probably the middle of the month, more like the 10th or 15th. Like the 15th? Cool, sign right here. Thank you so much. Let me get your driver's license insurance.
5-minute work drive.
Closed her up. I'm not expecting you to memorize that right now. But what I am telling you is when he asked her, have I offended you in any way by giving you my best price ever? Have I offended you? That right there, what she served him was a bullshit price objection. She had no motive, she had no reason. And Bentley just handed that right back to her. Have I offended you in any way by giving you our best price up front? And she said no. He wrote her up and he came out. We just got out of training class. And this is what, 7, 8 years ago? And he's like, fuck, that works. That's the beauty of training, okay? Now I'm going to tell you this, right? That works. Did anybody see how that wouldn't work? I just want to tell you this. Those 6 things, those are all little, but I want you to think about those today, and I want you to think about where you're at in your skill set now, right? Are you an order taker and a tour guide, right? You just running around here walking people around the lot, handing out business cards, your manager's just chasing you down? Are you a salesman? You're great at selling, but you can't close a screen door, right? Okay, you need to work on your word tracks, you need to work on closing, you work on closing techniques. Are you a closer? You can close, you're doing great at closing, but the deal is you don't close for all the money and your growth sucks. You're selling 20, but you're making $2 grand, right? Someone over here selling 15 or making 18,000, right? Or you're a master closer, right? Which means when you go in, you defend the pencil, you defend it to the fullest, and you close your deals for all the money. Am I right? You guys got to figure out where you're at, and you got to figure out where you want to go, and the gap in between those two is your skill set. So as today's Saturday. Saturday is all about making a whole bunch of money. Saturdays aren't about wearing your brain out, right? But the deal is that, look, growing, it's tough. It's uncomfortable. You'll yawn. You'll get tired. It's like going to freaking college. Am I right? Look, college students, they're learning. They're learning, man. Their brains are developing. A lot of you guys right now, you're getting yourself prepared to make $20,000, $30,000 a month. Some of you guys aren't preparing yourself, and your life's never going to change. If you're entering the uncomfortable zone, your life is elevating up. As all these managers are coming up and they're all financially changing their mindsets about what their future looks like and how much money they're going to make because we're creating this unbelievable team. You guys are responsible to do the same thing. Do you guys all understand? And I mean that. You got the best management crew in the world. We got the best store in the world.
We can't do it without you guys.
Yeah, we're all coming up together. So when we start training, you're like, man, this isn't stuff that we've always done. Well, guess what? Your managers are training. They're figuring out every day how to get ahead of the curve, right? They're figuring out how to break over the next boundary, how to push through the next wall, okay? You guys are going to have to do it too. So anything and everything that you don't know, you want to know, and I promise you, everybody that's sitting up here on this platform, these guys that are pushing hard and hustling, they went through the same exact wall that you went through, and now it's the information age is 5 times easier. I'm just going to tell you, should have had access to get all this great stuff back when we were younger, shit, we'd have got there 10 times faster. So, anyways, that's it. I'm good. You guys will think about that stuff today when you're working. That way you don't let nothing slide by you. What do you think, B?
All right, guys. Man, that was awesome. That was good.